Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I apologize, but I'm still having mic issues on my computer, so I'm calling in on the phone and, trying to coordinate admitting. Getting there. We're getting there. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. My name is Mama Jessica, and Mama Monica and I are glad to have you with us this evening. We wanted to give an opportunity to introduce some of our families, as well as some of the instructors that will be instructing for this fall 2023. So, Mama Monica, I know you're having some camera issues too, but did you able to come on and give us a greeting and a little background welcome again for Sankofa?
Yes, I'm here. Greetings, everyone. Greetings from Ghana. I am 4 hours ahead of you, so it's late here and some other issues going on. So my camera situation is can't see me. But welcome and thank you for being here. And Jessica, what else did you want me to say?
Oh, just a little bit about Sankofa. You know how you do our little 2-minute history for so many years into 2 minutes.
All right, so I'll try to make it short. Sankofa Homeschool Community started in 2004. We were started by a group of moms who started off as stay-at-home moms and decided that we wanted to continue educating our children. And so we've been together and formed Sankofa so that when we would take our children out and about in the community to various educational events, that they wouldn't be the only Black children there. Believe it or not, when we first started homeschooling back then, in the DMV, when we would go to different places, if we didn't come together, we were the only Black people there. And so we didn't want our children to have that experience. And so we came together as a community and formed Sankofa. Fast forward 7 years later, after we had all run ourselves ragged, taking our children to this place and that place, we decided that we wanted to have a day where we would come together and our children would learn together in community and they would have their own reference group. And so they enjoyed it so much. We continued with that. And then I'm giving you all the short version. And then in 2019, or I think it was 2020, when the world shut down and everything was virtual, we went online to fill that need for not just our own families, but for many other families who had been asking us for many years, is Sankofa ever going online? Because, we love to participate, but we don't live in the area or you too far, etc. And we were never interested in doing that because we loved what we had created. But in 2020, we had no choice. And so it was very successful. And so we went from meeting 1 day a week in person to now 4 days a week virtual classes, being able to offer, more than 30 classes and being able to reach many people, not just in our area, but across the entire United States and the world. We have, proud to say we have instructors that we work with in different parts of Africa and families as well. And so for the near future, we see our virtual program and our virtual family that we are creating continuing, and we are happy to be here in this virtual space. So
Thank
that's
you
the
so
short
much.
version.
We sure are. Right. That's the condensed version. We'll have to make a video for that too one day, right? We can put that out there.
One day.
But thank you all again for joining us. Thank you, Mama Monica, even in, what is going on with things in the homeland. Sometimes we all know we have lights out and, just whether we like it or not, it's time for lights out. And we roll with it. So thank you. I'm glad you're with us. All right. So what I would like to do, everyone, if we could, is kind of go around And I would like to have families introduce themselves first. Just quick, whatever you want to share, certainly your name and maybe the name and or ages of your children, if you all are new to Sankofa and or if you're a veteran and been here before, whatever you'd like to share. And then we're going to go around to our instructors and allow them to tell you a little bit about their upcoming classes this fall. So I'm going to start who's on my screen in my little rectangle squares things here. So Mama Nisi, you in my upper corner. So we're going to start with you.
I don't know how I showed up first. But peace, everyone. I'm Mama Nisi and Mama Jessica and Mama Monica. I'm so glad to be here. And thank you again. This is my second time homeschooling, but this is the longest I've ever homeschooled my youngest daughter, Zion. And this is year 4 for us with Sankofa. And we started, I think, the same year that the pandemic hit. And, I didn't like how public school was going anyway. And when they went online, it just blew my mind. So within a week of seeing things, I hurry up and put a curriculum together, found Sankofa somehow. And we've been here ever since. And Zion has made really good friends here. She learns a lot here, and we look forward to the classes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Yeah, we're so glad that you all have continued. And it really, I appreciate that our families have made that effort, like Mama Monica mentioned, and Mama Nisi, you've been a part of it, right? Where we've been able to come together physically and in person too, in addition to, being still online with each other. So, we make a way. Well, that's how we do. Give thanks. Okay, let me see. Who's next? Family or parent? Mama T. How are you?
Greetings, everyone. I'm doing well. Latanya Watson, I have Malachi and Layla. Layla's 11. Yeah, Malachi's 12. We've been with Sankofa for a very long time. I think when they were in DC before they moved to the second location. And ever since you all went
I was going to
online,
say,
it's
because
been,
Layla was in diapers.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
So Layla wasn't even talking, and Malachi was just getting around to it. Yes, ma'am.
So we've been blessed with Sankofa. Mama Jessica, uh, Mama Monica, very insightful, have so much information to provide for us. And once y'all started that WhatsApp, I've been overwhelmed. I'm doing my best to keep up. You all have a wealth of information, and I'm very appreciative of it. We've been having a good time. We're working homeschool families. We would like to participate more in the gatherings that you have, so we're going to try and do our best. But we're here for the long run. So much respect to you all and the instructors in the collective as well.
Thank you.
We love you. Give thanks. Okay, let me see. Who's the next family on my screen? Mama Stephanie?
Greetings, everyone. I am.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Etienne. I am mother to Olukai, age 10. Ayodele is 7. And Idan, little sister, she pops up in the classes sometimes. She's 3, going on 4. And we've been, I think this is our maybe third year participating. This is our 4th year homeschooling. It's been a really beautiful experience. The boys have done art classes. They've done, Olu last year did science and math. He really loved those classes. They've done chess. They've done the reading class. It's been a great experience. We're hoping to participate in a few classes this year. We're trying to get outside more. So hopefully the classes will kind of connect with our schedule. And we're really looking forward to doing more, get-togethers with the community and meeting more families. So happy to be here.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, Mama Tiffany, you're next on my squares.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mama Tiffany. I guess I'm AKA the field trip lady. I have been with Sankofa. think this will be year 4 because Lena is almost 6 now and she was like 2. But I am
Mm-hmm.
to Langston and Lennox. They have taken many classes from chess to math word problems to financial literacy. Yeah, they're all over the place. I think this will probably be Lena's first year taking classes. So she's excited. She's always in the background anyway. Um, and I think that's it. Oh, I've been homeschooling since Langston was 5. Well, before he even started school. So and he'll be 13. That's
Oh
it.
my gosh, I'm sorry. He'll be 13.
He'll be
Oh
13.
wow. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
crazy. I
Wow.
know. I know.
Oh
Um,
wow. Thank you so much. I don't care if they call you the field trip lady or whatever they call you, but let me tell you, you do that. She does those field trips. A lot of the information you all see coming if you're on our listserv, and oh my goodness. And in WhatsApp too, Mama Tiffany lets you know where we going, what we doing. And she's like, she give you all the info. You be there, you be square. So thank you so much for that. That effort has been wonderful and very well received and very needed. So thank you, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, let me see. Oh, Mama Sophia. Mama Sophia going once. Come back to her. Maybe she don't do it. Mama Sophia going twice. Okay, we'll come back. Let's see. Lisa Russell. I don't know if I recognize that name. Hi, Mama Lisa. Are you new to Sankofa? I'm just not recognizing that name for some reason. Oh, you're
So
on mute. There you go.
this popped up on my Facebook timeline, and I'm interested in homeschooling. So I popped in
Okay.
to see what the program was like, the kind of things that you all were about, and kind of things that you do to gather some additional information.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Glad to have you. Yeah, we gave you the abbreviated version of the history, but we are here and we are continuing, and you see, and you're going to hear even more. So thank you for coming on. All right, who else do I have? I'm going to kind of start with our instructors because I got Mama Amai, you on the fence, like I said before. So you can give us your parent side, and then maybe you can start to tell us what's going on with you as an instructor this year, please.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I have been with Sankofa for since the pandemic. So my daughter actually started Sankofa once the pandemic hit, and now I will be teaching. This will be my first semester teaching, and I am offering 4 classes. So I'll just look at my little cheat sheet really quickly so I don't forget any. Okay, so the first one I'm teaching is Goddess Fit. Because we gotta move our bodies. So it's just about moving your body. We'll do dance workouts. I used to teach like Afro beats and bar, and I used to be a personal trainer. So fitness is my thing. Okay, so we'll do some things like that. And then for Infinite Code, it is a class talking about the spiritual laws. I was amazed at when I started studying this as an adult. And I was very frustrated that I didn't learn this when I was younger. And you know how we always say that, I wish I had a guidebook to life, right? I wish I knew how to work this life, right? Well, we do, we have the rules. So I think like teaching this to young teens can really just give them like a really great head start. And I'm excited to teach your young ones. Young Goddess Know Thyself. So this class is one class, but it's 3 themes. And we focus on self-awareness. So like the girls that have activities that promote, like learning about their strengths and their values and things that like they're passionate about, right? And then the next session, the next theme is focused on creativity. So they'll learn about melanated queens who have made a name for themselves in the arts, but then also they'll do creative activities. And then the last theme is body positivity, and we'll focus on health and nutrition and ways to move your body, right? Because it's about maintaining a healthy image and self-image, not so much like what you look like, it's what you feel like and how healthy you are. So, and then the last class is the Talented 10th Book Club. So basically the book I am covering this semester is Psycho-Cybernetics. And no, it's not by a melanated gentleman, but it has a lot of great information in it. And it's a really great book because it discusses how you take action based on your identity. And once you're able to master your identity, there is nothing you can't do. There is nothing you can't create. So I'm really excited to present these classes, and that's all I got.
I love that. Love that.
Yo, yeah, that's all.
Amazing.
Right?
Okay, now I'm adding book club to my son's lineup. That's what I love about open
I know,
house.
right?
You know, instructors get an opportunity to give you a little more than what is in the class description. And so that can help parents
Yes.
make a different decision possibly for what classes they choose for their children.
Most definitely. Thank you, Mama Mai. We're looking forward to it. All right, so I'm going to continue with instructors. Nana Ba, I'm going to let you go because I know communication and connections sometimes, you know, it's in and out. Nana Ba, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Please go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us a little bit about your class.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. So my name is Nanaba, and I will be teaching the kids about African art and culture, and it's going to be fun. We're going to learn both the theory and the practicals. So what we'll be doing is I'll be breaking it down for them. We learn the theory, then in 3 weeks, then the following week, the fourth week, we do a practical to test their pulse, whether they've understood what's after them. So the children will understand the relevance of studying the African arts and culture, the importance of studying the African arts and culture, and also we will learn about the symbolism in African arts because we have African arts are very detailed, so they will understand the symbolisms in the African arts, and also they will learn a little about the spiritualities because African arts are not purposely made for aesthetic purpose. They have some spiritualities back in it, so we'll be learning a little about the spiritualities back in it, and also we'll learn about the history of the African artworks produced. We'll learn about the history, and also I'll introduce the students to other artists, both local and international artists who are into production of African art. So it's going to be fun, and also I will this time around I'm going to invite other artists to my class so they can introduce themselves to it. So we will visit them in their shops, in their workshops, and they will have a feel of what they are doing in their workshop. So it's going to be fun, and also going to the children will also exercise their creative skills, where they will be given their platform to create their own artworks from the inspiration they've gotten from what they've learned, and also we'll learn about art appreciation, how to pass judgment, and how to criticize artworks. And lastly, we'll end by learning about contemporary artworks because we have other upcoming artists who are also doing wonderful things. We also learn about their artworks, which is making name on the market now. So it's going to be a fun. It's going to be very interesting, and the kids are going to have a great time learning the African art and culture.
I mean, I don't know where to begin because I'm excited about all of it, and I love that you truly, truly, and when he says history and culture of African art, yes, you are there completely. I think that the visiting, artists are going to be like one of my favorite parts. So I'm looking very forward to that. Thank you,
Yes,
Nana Ba. That was great. Thank
yes,
you for telling us. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Thank you
that's it.
again.
That's it.
Okay,
That's it.
I'm gonna see who is my next instructor on my screen. It is Brother Adonia.
All right, can everyone hear me okay? Is everything okay with my mic? All right, awesome. So good evening, everyone. My name is Adonia Ben Samuel. I'm an artist of about 15 years now, and I've been a part of Sankofa or involved with Sankofa for quite some time now. For those who don't know, I actually started as a student before I became an instructor with the collective. So for anybody who's seen any of Baba Obi's classes on the list so far, I was doing those same classes when I was younger as well. And now I've moved on to now instructing and teaching classes with the collective as well. So the class that I'm teaching this semester is called the Black Ink and Comics. And it's actually a course I've actually been teaching with Sankofa for I believe this is like this almost like 5, 6 years. I've been teaching this one at Sankofa. I started when I was 14, instructing this course at Sankofa. And basically what we do, we break down exactly all things comics. We talk about what comic books are. We talk about, the art form, how they're used to tell stories. And then throughout, we're also exposing these young artists to works and contributions by Black comic book artists and writers of color. So they're getting a little bit more knowledge on the cultural side and how, and the again, the contributions made by people of color to the comic book world. And throughout this as well, they're going to be going through the step-by-step process of making their own comics. So I'm going to be showing them the step-by-step process from writing to scripting to even brainstorming, coming up with ideas for characters. We're going to be doing all of that this semester. And by the end of the 12-week time frame, everybody will get to have the chance to present their comic books. Usually what we also do, I like to bring in some actual professional comic book creators as well to usually come in and join us on the last session in the semester so that the kids can present their works to, professionals, people who can give them some advice on where to take their ideas going on after the semester and into the future. So that's a little snippet of what we got going on. But again, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm always excited, super excited to come back and teach at Sankofa, just because again, not the bias, but I got the personal ties. It's like I'm teaching at home again. So I know we're gonna have another blast this fall, and I'm so excited. So thank you so much once again.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to have you, Adonia.
Exactly. It's just like, that's what they come right into, right? Into your own. Thank you. Okay, next instructor on my screen is Mama Charlene.
Stephanie asked, what is the name of the class? It is the Black Ink.
The Black Ink and Comics? Oh, for
yes.
Adonia. Okay, Mama Charlene, please go ahead, take yourself off mute. Thank you.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. So I have the class Junior Herbalist of Sankofa. So created with the spirit of childhood in mind, or just children in general. This online class is an invitation for really the whole family. Most importantly, our junior herbalists. This class is a call to slow down and to listen and to awaken and to nourish that sense of curiosity and connection to the plant world. So through storytelling and song and creativity, seed sowing, plant identification, creative writing and art making, even herbal recipes and guided meditations, we will tap into a deeper inner knowing and wisdom of the earth. So these times are very fertile. Our world is changing before our eyes, and more than ever, we really need to sharpen our sense and our ability to receive guidance from the plant world. And so this is why this class was created. So with the global mindset and a vision resting in the intersection of sustainability and wellness and permaculture, I really aim to give a life-changing introduction to the world of herbalism for the youth. And so we'll be going into world healing traditions of herbalism, how to choose herbs, storing herbs, herbal teas and tinctures, syrups and topical applications, herbal actions, trees, mushrooms, and seaweed, anatomy of herbs, and even going into the kitchen and viewing some of the properties of spices that we know just to be regular spices, but getting a different worldview on how to use those spices and what they truly mean to us. So this class gives children with little or no herbal experience a chance to really get into a glimpse of that world. So by the end, my goal is for your child to understand the ways in which the herbal approach can support radiant health and wellness. And so the children feel more comfortable with herbs and making herbs and using their own teas and tinctures. This series of lessons, it's geared towards the children, but I'm sure the parents can benefit as well if they're there. My intention also is to strengthen the relationships with plants and to foster that mind of wonder. So by the end of the course, the children should be able to integrate herbs into their daily life and know how to prepare herbs for different ailments. So thank you for having me.
Wow. That's love. You know, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be when they are able to then offer, right, things about how to heal and what to use to do it. And they're going to be teaching the family. I can't wait. Oh,
Mama
wait, I think
Sophia
Mama
has a
Sophia was
question.
checking, your age range.
Oh, so my age range, I'm starting at 7 and going up to 13 for right now, for this semester.
Okay. So I think Mama Sophia's daughters can work in there. Yeah, definitely. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Who's next on my screen to describe their class and intro themselves? Baba Akil, you next up.
How's everybody doing?
Wonderful.
Nice. Okay, so I'm teaching Mastering Math Word Problems Part 2, but it's not necessarily necessary that you already took Part 1. So if you didn't take Part 1 of Mastering Math Word Problems, you're still, you won't be lost if you take Part 2. There are so many different types of word problems that, of course, we didn't have time to discuss all of them in last semester's session. So that's why I continued the class and talk about different types of word problems. I teach currently at Cheney University, and I teach math methods courses and also some algebra to undergraduates. But, it's my teaching experience that has helped me to see the necessity of just understanding word problems, because it helps you to really understand not only algebra and geometry, but the application of it. And I think that's one of the main issues that people have is, the relevancy. Like, when am I going to use this stuff? Why I got to know this? Why should I learn it? So that's basically what I try to emphasize in every class is like, why this is helpful, like why this makes sense to know and how this can help you and how it can, benefit you, not just you, but your community as well. Since math is really about problem solving. And when you have problem solving ability, you're able to identify problems, but not only identify problems, but then be able to understand how to approach the problem so that you can solve the problems, whether it be for yourself as an individual or for your community. So that's how I view math, and I try to make it as culturally relevant as possible and incorporate, African American history within it, as well as African history within it, and as a means of trying to add a storytelling aspect to mathematics and make every problem make sense. So if you're interested, the ages of 12 and up, as long as you have I would say your child is a solid foundation in like fractions and arithmetic, fractions and arithmetic, they should be able to do fine because I also use the class as a way to teach algebra, you know, because we have to solve some equations, but they learn how to understand word problems, read them, and then translate them. Since math is a language as well, math is also a language as opposed to being a tool for problem solving, or in addition to being a tool for problem solving. Um, it's a language, so I teach them how to translate word problems into equations and then proceed to solve the equations and answer the questions, you know? So welcome if you signed up for the class.
Thank you.
Can I just
Yeah.
chime in for 1 second, Mama Monica?
Sure.
I just want to thank you, Brother Akil, because Langston did not enjoy math at all. It was a struggle for us the past 3 years with math. And I don't know what you did. I have no idea what you did. But just from him taking your class, I swear now he's like a different child when it comes to math. And I honestly can't thank you enough, because there were days when I wanted to like throw him. Oh, look at him shaking his head. Look. Yeah. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Move, Lena, girl.
No problem. Playing my part.
And my son
That's
is
awesome.
big critique of, you know, just everything in general, and he loved your class as well. Definitely.
Yes. When they call you by your first and last names, it's a positive thing with Monica and I sons. Mm-hmm. So they had him all the way. They was like, "Who, Baba Akil Parker?" You know, they there for you. Yes. So I agree. Whatever he did or does, you do it well. Thank you so much.
You know, I think sometimes
okay. Go
the
ahead,
right
Mama.
instructor, I'm sorry, I think sometimes the right instructor, especially around math, can give our children ownership in that space. You know, the right kind of,
Yes.
I think that is a part of it, the ownership and the confidence to really believe that this is ours. That started with us. There's no reason for us, for our children, for them to be afraid of it, because we created it. And having an instructor like Baba Akil confirms that.
Yes. I can't agree more.
I also wanted to add that in the
ahead.
chat, sorry, because I know this is going to be recorded. There was a question about the age range for the Black Ink and Comics class, and it's ages 8 to 13. So any question that comes through the chat, I just want to verbalize it so that for people who are recording it, for people who watch the recording, rather. It's after 11. I'm getting my thoughts mixed up. It's after 11 where I am.
It's all good. Okay, let's continue with instructors. Mama Persona, I know you've got a few classes up your sleeves as usual. Would you please tell us a little bit about them?
And come on camera so we can see your lovely face, if possible.
Hey guys. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited. I've been with Sankofa for some years now, in the community for even longer, and I'm just blessed to be here among like just talented teachers who are equally passionate about like what they're, you know, passing on to the Watoto, to the youngins. So I my big thing is like decolonizing core academics. So I teach the English, I call it Book of Life. The math, so like Baba Akil was saying, he takes it from the fractions and the arithmetic. So I work on the fractions and the arithmetic with them to get them strong for Baba Akil and beyond. And then let's see, there's the math. I said the English Book of Life. Basically I took the SAT. I started like coaching on the SAT, and I realized that actually my student told me like, why are we not training for this from like a young age? And I was like, you're right. So I started doing it. And but basically I like a lot of the things. There are things about the SAT that I like that I felt like prepared us for like advanced English, like vocabulary, grammar, like really advanced grammar, and even like reading analysis and learning how to do it more quickly. I just, you know, it wasn't culturally vibing with me at all. So, you know, I just kind of started creating stories around like me and my friends' experiences just growing up and stuff like that, and just more fun ways. I think just like teaching English like an art class, because I feel like, you know, I do spoken word poetry and stuff like that, and I did writing workshops growing up, and that was like writing clubs was like the vibe for me. So, you know, learning like literary techniques, learning vocab, learning grammar, so that you're creating art, then I think helps us to become better like analyzers of other people's art, of literature, right? So yeah. And I think the original poet, the original writer is life itself, right? Just learning how to, because these metaphors and symbolism, all that stuff exists in life first. You know what I mean? So becoming literate to life, I think really helps us become, you know, literate scholars of those who write about life, right? So that's kind of the vibe right there. And science, decolonizing science, that's like probably become my favorite. It's kind of just taking things like chemistry, physics. We're gonna be moving from chemistry, exploring more into chemistry, and then into biology, but from a decolonized lens, right? So combining life, living life. I've heard I do a little bit of metaphysics in there. I don't know what to call it. I think it's some of it's quantum physics. But you know, mixing it all in so we get it from like an indigenous lens and not just like what colonizers want us to know about science. And that's it. And Spanish, accelerated Spanish through the diaspora. So conjugations, I realized like the big part of language is learning is being able to tell stories, and that means actions, verbs. So like conjugating verbs, all the different ways to do that, and then adding vocabulary. So yeah, and then learning the culture from a Latin American as opposed to a Spanish colonizer standpoint, and the indigenous and the African diaspora. And I think that's it. Oh, civics and social studies, decolonizing social studies from like a citizen lens, right? Like what actually, not like the book stuff that's not even real, you know, like or relevant, but like the actual politics that affects our lives and how we can affect it back. So I'm kind of in the DC. I'm becoming more in the DC like activism realm and like connected with policy workers and stuff like that. So I like to bring that to my to our young folks so that they have opportunities to speak up and speak for their communities as well. So that's all the things. Thank you guys.
Let me just add, I think all of our classes are wonderful, of course, but Mama Pershona's classes and the way that she teaches, I think, speak to my son, especially the proof is in the pudding class, because I believe that education is not just for the purpose of getting prepared for college, but getting prepared for life. And I believe that especially the civics class, it empowers our children and shows them that if you want things to change, you have to get involved. And I love the time and effort that she puts into creating videos and things to break down concepts into ways that our young people will understand and how they can put the action and put it to action.
Yeah, I was about to laugh because she's like, "Oh, that's all." Like, like it's, you know, like it's nothing. You do so much, and Mama Persona is always available for her students too. You know, night, day, WhatsApp time, whatever. You know, so if you have something you want to run past her, she's, you know, always available to take that moment and respond even, which is beautiful. So we really appreciate it.
I'm sorry, also, and you didn't mention the tutoring.
That's right. Yeah. I just opened. I realized with the English and the math, sometimes we need that extra support, you know, just to feel the most confident. So I opened up a group tutoring lab for those taking the English and the math.
Thank you. Okay, so Mama Jessica has thrown this over to me. We are, like I said, being virtual has given us an opportunity to pull from talent all over the world, not just in our community. And Nana Ba was speaking to us from Ghana, and he has introduced me to one of his colleagues who may be joining us for the fall, and he's on this evening. And because it's so late here, it's almost midnight here, I'd like for him to go ahead and introduce himself and talk about what class he will be teaching for us in the fall. It says, Rafael Yeboah. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Yes, please. It's Yeboah.
Yeboah. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I'm Rafael Yeboah, a music educator, and it's nice to be part of the team.
Can you tell us a little bit about your class and what you'll be teaching?
So the class I've chosen year 8 and above, so within the age range of from year 8 upwards.
Okay.
And teaching African musical instruments and folk songs or folk music. So it will mainly be centered on African musical instruments and history behind some of the musical instruments, how it's being used often, and what it symbolizes, and its value when it comes to African cultural practices. And instruments like the atenteben, also referred to as the bamboo flute, how often it's used, the history behind it, and where it's mostly performed and what it symbolizes, like the jili, mostly referred to as the xylophone. The indigenous name for that instrument, for instance, is what we the West Africans call the jili. So the history behind it and how it's being used, how it has now been modernized, and how contemporary musicians incorporate such musical instruments in their current musical performances, other folk songs, indigenous music that truly portray African culture. That this and many more are some of the things that I intend to bring on board.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. I'll be sitting in. That's my thing, the history behind what we see, do, and know. Thank you so much. And I apologize for not getting you the link sooner.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes. I love all this.
Oh, and
my
someone
gosh,
asked,
this is
this
giving me
class
things.
is
This
going to
is
be
I'm
called,
excited.
it's going to be newly added, because I think Mama Tiffany asked, what class is that? African folk songs and music.
Yes, we're gonna make sure we get that added in to our listing. All right. So, am I correct, Mama Katrina? You here? I see Tolson family. That's you.
Yes, I'm here.
You gotta do both things too. You gotta tell us your parent side and then your instructor side.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Sorry, I'm in the car. Just dropped off the oldest. I am Mama Katrina. I've been with Sankofa. We've been for 3 years now. This will be my second semester teaching. Actually started out in the middle with one of my children. So my oldest is in county schools, but my other four, I homeschooled them. Started in the middle with Deanna, and she loved it so much and brought on my two older ones above her. I'm going to try to get Cameron to sit for some classes this semester. I don't know if it's going to work out. She's like a one and done type girl, so probably just be world geography. But that's my family. The second year
I can't.
The second year when we were with Sankofa, I taught Have Your Cake and Eat It Too, which was a hands-on interactive, like demonstration baking class, if you will. So this semester, I'm going to continue that on Fridays. But I'm going to make it, since we have 12 weeks now, I'm going to make the first half like DIY, semi-homemade treats. And the second half is where we're actually going to learn how to make a full cake and decorate it so that they can make cakes for all the birthday functions. I know my children like to do that. And I'm a former business owner, 13 years. I just shut down in April of this year. So taking everything virtually. I don't no longer want to make cakes. I want to pass it to your children so that they can start their businesses and take over for me. I'm also going to be teaching math all around us. I am an accountant as well. So money and numbers is my thing. And homeschooling the little ones, math was the funnest time for us. Like, we can find a way to problem solve, like Brother Akil said. We use it in our everyday lives. And it just showed me that this is the easiest way for them to learn, hands-on in the kitchen. It's breaking down or doubling a recipe. Splitting a cookie, like just simple things like that get the little ones excited. So the math all around us class is geared toward the little ones. I think I did 5 to 9. So I hope they'll enjoy that if you have little ones that age. And then I'm also a writer. I have a couple things being released this year before the year ends and I wanted to include the children in that because a couple of them are children's books. And so I wanted to give the children of Sankofa an opportunity to do the same thing and be authors that my children are. So they will have their first children book released. I think it'll be finished at the end of October, and we have it set for November 1st publication. And I just wanted the children of Sankofa to just be able to express themselves. I love writing. I think that that's one of the lost forms of communication. Like, we can write it, but no one wants to read it. So using your voice to either speak up or writing down what's on your mind, because eventually I feel like material that's like firsthand source. So if it's left behind, you write a poem, you write a song, it's going to be here forever. Someone's going to have it forever in some form. And just wanted to give the children that opportunity, since my children had that opportunity. So those are the 3 classes that I will be doing this semester. And we'll see you guys around.
Thank you so much. I just wanted
Another
to quickly
one who just
add.
makes it seem effortlessly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I just wanted to quickly add that how important it is, these kinds of classes that we may not think of as core academics, but you never know where your child will find their North Star. When my oldest was young, it was all about engineering for me. I was educating him to be an engineer, but he is now a performance artist. So if I had placed less emphasis on those so-called extracurriculars, he may have not been able to develop that gift. So a class like baking, who knows, you may have a baker in our midst. So these kinds of things are, I think, very important for our children to be, exposed to all kinds of delight-led learning.
I love it. I love that. Oh, me and my mom's about to make something on that. Wait a minute, delight-led learning. Okay, note to self. All right. Sorry. Thank you, Mama Katrina. Appreciate you. Okay, so I've got, I think, one more instructor, right? Oh, wait, Mama Yata, you still here? There she is. Okay, my bad. Mama Yata, please come off mute and then introduce yourself and tell us about your class.
Okay, greetings, everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I am currently cooking and watching my children in their room, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do with this Play-Doh. Anyway, so yes, I am super happy to be here. I'm super excited. I am teaching the principles of problem solving. This class came about because I am the founder of Melanin Mothers Meet, which is a Black maternal health advocacy organization in Tallahassee, Florida, and working with them during their postpartum and breastfeeding journey, which it is Black Breastfeeding Week. This is the last day of Happy Black Breastfeeding Week. Working with their children, I noticed that they were having a really hard time adjusting to the new child. And then I looked a little deeper and I'm like, oh, they're just having a hard time adjusting, period. They're not really connecting that, hey, life is going to throw you problems, even at 4, even at 5, even at 6, even at 7, things that maybe your parents may not understand, but These are still issues in your space. These are things that you have to, understand how to flow through, how to overcome your adversity, how to overcome a challenge, how to stay calm in very chaotic situations. And your chaos and my chaos aren't going to look the same. So it's really important to be able to identify what your chaos looks like, why does it trigger you, and how to keep yourself calm even when you're triggered, and how not to take things so personal, how to resolve conflict, how to be emotionally resilient, because there are going to be some things that are going to happen to us that we don't like, even at 4, even at 5, and understanding, okay, this is a thing, this is a circumstance, this doesn't have to consume me, this doesn't have to become my life, and what are the tools that I need to use to make sure that that doesn't happen. So teaching them to see for coping mechanisms, tools, things that they can use to, okay, stay calm. Maybe I need to go take a walk. Maybe I need to take a nap. Maybe I need to eat. Maybe I need to, twiddle my thumbs. Maybe I need to exercise. Maybe I need to go ride a bike. Maybe I need to play my video game. Maybe I need to dance. Maybe I need to listen to music. And these are some things that children from past classes have shared that help them during those times. And like the sister and the brother were saying earlier about problem solving, we have to be able to identify that, especially culturally driven people, Black people, because culture is put in place to help us solve our problems. And so if we learn specifically and directly how to solve the problems, because the rain's going to come. The rain's going to come. The rain's going to come. It's going to come for us. It's going to come for the children. And they have to understand, look, baby, it's okay. It's just a little lightning, just a little thunder. We're going to make it through. And this is how you do it. So I teach them the 7 principles of that. And I have like a little song. I sung it for you all before. And I don't want to go too loud to my children. They'll come out here and they'll sing it with me. And I don't know if that's appropriate right now. But as far as time, I won't sing it now. But we do have the 7 principles. And the 7 principles are overcoming. I determine my outcome. I trust my leadership, and I'm like, oh man, I got to sing it in order for I can. Okay, I'm gonna do a little hum to it. But it's gonna be really quick. Okay, here we go,
Go ahead and
parents.
sing it. Go ahead and sing
I can
it.
sing.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love my song. Okay, here we go. Principles of problem solving. Principles of problem solving. Principles of problem solving. Principles of problem solving. I determine my outcome. I determine my outcome. I trust my leadership. I trust my leadership. Refueling is my responsibility. Refueling is my responsibility. I am certain of myself. I am certain of myself. Focusing is free. Focusing is free. I am friends with calm. I am friends with calm. I am the framework. I am the framework. Principles of problem solving. Principles of problem solving. Principles of problem solving. Principles of problem solving. Woo! And I'm looking at my children to make sure they're not trying to run out here with me. You like it? Yay! Yeah, so we're going to dive into proverbs about problem solving. We're going to dive into ancestors about problem solving, who has solved some problems in our past and what they've done, how they move, what are their coping mechanisms, their tools that they've used. And we're just going to go over that because I think that's important. And especially with the world that we're going into now, everything is so accepting and, they want to be a dog and a cat and a bunny. And I just, we just have to really, okay, y'all come sit down. Let's look over this. We got to talk about this, y'all. We got to talk about this because our babies are at stake. And so that's what I'm choosing to create a program within the organization, and it's called Principles of Problem Solving, or POPS. And I do offer it expandingly to the ages 4 to 18. But for Sankofa, I am offering it to 13 and up. And I did not know you can teach multiple classes, so I would love to teach for multiple ages in the future, maybe, if that's a thing. And so I'm super excited to be here. I have lots and lots of energy, and I can't wait to talk to your children about it.
We can feel it. We can feel it.
We love it.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So I think we've got a couple of parents that I would like to ask to quickly introduce themselves. Before I do that, I want to make sure because I forget. I'm a teacher here too, right? I'm here with Mama Monica, doing all the other things behind the scenes, but I'm also an instructor. Mama Jessica teaches the intro. Well, I don't know if it's an intro, but it's world geography. And it's geared for ages 4 to 8. And, you know, if you all remember back in the day, right, you don't really get geography until middle school sometimes, right? Until like 6th grade, 5th or 6th grade. And, you know, we start them out, yes, at 4, knowing their continents, knowing those oceans, knowing those directions, their intermediate directions. You know, these people will start correcting me after a while. No, Mama Jessica, that's, you know, they'll tell me the different direction I was going. And, you know, they just really soak it all up. Each week, we take a virtual trip to another place in the world. They learn to read maps. They learn to identify the capitals of countries. They learn land forms. I mean, it goes on. And then each week we do some type of a little fun, you know, art piece to kind of go along with the lesson to help bring it home so that they can do some show and tell. And I just have a blast, like really 4 to 8. Those are my folks. I appreciate that age range a lot. So you are always welcome to come check out the geography class. Cameron will be in there doing her thing, Mama Katrina. You know, she speaks up for herself and, you know, she likes to do her own thing. Because, you know, Deanna be trying to guide her. I'm talking about Mama Katrina's children, y'all. And Cameron's the youngest. And she's, you know, I got it, right? She's going to do her thing. And so I love for them to be able to, even if I have a template, you know, they end up doing their own art and making it their own. So it really becomes a representative of themselves. It helps to reinforce the learning. So they literally get to learn about this beautiful world within them. And y'all know, they know straight off the bat, what's Mama Jessica's favorite continent? Let me get out the way so you can see it. You see it? You see it? Okay. You know. All right. Y'all know how I do. All right. So real quick, I'm going to go through the parents. If you have a moment that you want to just say hi, introduce yourself. Riley family, please tell us about
Yes,
you all.
I'm coming. Hi. Hey, everyone. Yes, so good to see everyone here and hear all of the wonderful classes. I have 5 children from, Lord, let me make sure I get the ages right. 15, about to be, why he 15? 16. She's 13, Jalen. She was in Mama Prashana's class. She's, and brother Adanya, I think she was in Blackwood the comics. And so she's going to be 14 soon. Then we have Joshua, who just turned 11. He started out with Mama Jessica. And Krissa, she does art with Mama Malika, and she does chess. And she just turned 9. She's holding up the ages. Jalen's holding up the ages. And then we have one more, Christopher. He is 4 and he'll be 5, and he's with Mama Jessica. That's his only class right now because, you know, he's the little climbing on the walls and stuff. I absolutely love Sankofa. I moved here from Louisiana and literally in January 2020. And of course, COVID hit. And like, this was, y'all are my people and you all are still my people. So thank you. And I look forward to another wonderful semester.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I love it.
Yes, we love your family. Thank you so much. Okay, who else? Oh, Mama Jasmine. Mama Jasmine, you able to come off mute? I know I saw, oh no, you said you cannot unmute. I see your message. My bad, sis. So she has Askia. Askia is turning 10. I've actually, I think they've been, you all, I think Mama Jasmine's been with us. This might be going on the 2nd year. But Askia has done several classes, including my own, and he's done chess. So he's just continuing to grow. And so we're happy to have you all with us again. Mama, who else do I have here? Oh, Barbia. Introduce yourself. Oh, wait, it says connecting to audio. He might need a moment. Are you there, Babadia?
Yes. Hey, peace, everyone. I'm here.
Greetings. Greetings, Baba.
Greetings. So, yeah, I've been listening, and I think I started Sankofa when Cyrus was 6 or 7, and he's 13 now. But I also had the privilege of putting my older sons into Sankofa at that same about 7 years ago, and my oldest now is 23, and then his little brother is 21, and then his little brother is 20, and they all had the privilege of doing in-class Sankofa, and it was a ball. It was fun. It was educational. It was great. And so I'm glad Sankofa is still living on beyond the pandemic. I think it helped my boys a lot in many different ways. And I think Cyrus will hop in a few classes this semester as well. Not too many, but a couple. A lot of these classes are really interesting, and they sound great. It's just, my money don't go that far, so um, we're gonna keep it a little
Don't
limited
worry
this
about
semester.
that money, Baba.
Yeah, and
Right, right. You know how we do. We make it
I know
work.
how y'all do, and yeah. So thank you guys for continuing with this journey for us parents. I'm probably one of the fewest Babas in the uh, in the organization, but I'm still here, and I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. All right, let me see. Mystic Mama, I'm not sure who that is, but you're welcome to come off mute.
Hey, peace and greetings, everybody. My name is Zaire. Sorry. And actually, this is my first time homeschooling and all that. I have my little one here. Her name is Amara. We're gonna be moving to Ghana next year, and homeschooling was highly recommended in the reparations group. So that's why I'm logging in now, just to kind of see how how it works. And do y'all take 4-year-olds?
Yes.
I was about to say the answer is yes. And please make sure I'm gonna put my email address in the chat right now. Please make
Yeah.
sure that you email me so that Mama Monica and I can get all kinds of other information to you. Mama Monica, of course, definitely be a great link in regards to doing things on the ground in Ghana. But the homeschooling thing, yes, ma'am, anywhere in the world. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and I can connect
Yes.
you with homeschoolers here in Ghana.
Look forward to it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh. So it looks like Mama Jessica says she got cut off from her microphone, and I am not able to see if there are more parents who need to introduce themselves or instructors. I'm not sure where we are with that because my screen, can you pop that in the chat, Jessica? Okay, while she's working on her microphone, I wanted to add that there are a few classes where the instructors are not on tonight. So I just wanted to make sure that is mentioned in the recording. We also offer a class called Anansi's Corner, which is about African myths for children. Mama is not here to introduce that class, and I believe art class with Mama Malika was mentioned, and it's for ages 6 to 11. Anansi's Corner is ages 6 to 10. Mama Nisi has not introduced her classes. She's offering a class called The Science of the Seven Aritu, or Chakras. And I posted this on social media, and it got a lot of feedback because this is another one of those important classes or important concepts that are good for children to learn at a young age so that they can grow with this information and then be empowered from the very beginning. Express It, creative writing is also a class being offered this session for ages 7 to 11. French from Benin. We offer our French instructor is actually a descendant of the kingdom where the woman king comes from. Swahili for beginners. And Mama Nisi is also teaching a class, Perspectives, for great African American and African artists. Yoruba language from Nigeria. If these instructors are online, please chime in. Let's see. And Black Girl Magic is one of my favorite classes. It's a literature class for young ladies, and their focus is on learning about literature through the lens of African and African American writers, specifically female writers. Chess is offered beginning and intermediate, and our chess instructor is I believe he's either a college graduate, or a senior, and he is also a former Sankofa student who is teaching for us. And let's see, geometrics is another math class being taught by Mama Nisi, and this class is for ages 8 to 12. And it focuses on math tricks because she said she didn't like math when she was coming up and she struggled with it. And she had an East Indian teacher show her math from a different angle, from a different perspective. And through this, she was able to, pass her math classes and embrace math in a different way. We also, this is one of the in-person classes that we offer, which is African drumming with Baba M. I can't even begin to explain how transformative that choice I made many years ago has been for my sons. I was looking for a way to make sure I checked off the music box in terms of homeschooling. And so I wanted to find a cultural way to do it. And I enrolled them in African drumming. Allende was, I believe, 2 at the time. And he, as most siblings do, when you bring them along to their older siblings' classes, he joined in. And today, both of my sons are accomplished West African drummers. They have they've performed all over the country and in the motherland. And it was that decision, that drumming, to put them in drumming, that took them that far and made them a part of a community that they're still a part of, and that has really been extremely impactful in their lives as young men growing in the community. However, African drumming is for boys and young ladies. Baba M embraces young ladies in the studio. So this is a class that is open to both male and female, ages 5 to 18. And the class is, I believe, Fridays from 4:30 to 5:30. Jessica, are you back on?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for carrying on and giving some more information. I think there might have been 1 or 2 more families real quick. Mama Akwati, are you there? Mama Naki, are you there? You're welcome to come on off mute and introduce yourself. Mama Chinisi, I see you. Come off mute, introduce yourself, tell us what you want to share.
Hi everyone. My name is Mama Shanicia. I was referred by Mama Sophia. I believe Baba Kamal, he teaches with you all. So I was referred by her. I have a 10-year-old daughter. She's entering into 5th grade. And I was telling Mama Sophia that I really need to help with math. So that's what I'm looking forward to signing up for.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've got several options, and I think we definitely have all our age ranges covered in one way or another. So I just put the registration link in the chat a few moments ago for those who may need it. Please feel free to share it with others. We have classes beginning the third week of September, and we will be having classes Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And at that link, you can see our entire schedule. You can also go look at the individual class descriptions and get more detailed information and or the instructor's information if you had any questions that you may want to share with them or pass to them. All right, so one more time, let me see. Anybody else? I didn't check on Mama Akwati, are you back? Mama Nikki, I see you, okay.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Nikki. I have 3 sons. Champion is the youngest who is homeschooled. He is 7. He has been, I think, I can't remember what year we started. He was maybe 4. Yes, he was 4. He started with Mama Jessica with geography, and that is his favorite still. He said that even after he turns 8, he's still gonna take your class. He takes Yoruba, he does Yoruba, and he was doing the financial literacy classes as well. So we're looking at probably getting into some math this year too.
So glad to have you. I hope that, of course, any connections you all have in Hawaii, that everyone is, being able to, take care of themselves and things. I know a lot was going on there, and I know y'all have a connection. So
yeah, thank you.
All right, we're happy to have you all with us. All right, so Mama Nisi, you get to close us out. See,
I am
you right
so
on time, sort of, kind of.
How y'all
Maybe.
doing? I am so sorry. I'm working and I literally forgot the meeting. I knew it was something I was supposed to do tonight. Anyway, hello everyone. We have a nice whopping 22 people here.
Greetings.
I love that.
Yeah.
I am Mama Necelia. I have geometrics this semester. Where we're gonna everything I do is through art for the most part. So this year we're gonna have geometrics, and that's gonna kind of teach us about geometry. I hated math a lot, so the only way I could learn is through art, through this East Indian teacher. So they're going to learn art. They're going to learn geometry, slopes, shapes, geometric shapes. Learn about the mandalas through artwork. So everything that we do this year is going to be in class. Oh, sorry. Did I disappear? Okay, so everything that we're going to do this year is in class. All projects will be in class. Nothing will be assigned where you have to go home and complete the class. Complete the assignments. The next class I'm going to have is perspectives of the greatest artists of our time, past and present. So one of them is Jacob Lawrence and his wife, Abisa Butler, who does the artwork with the fabric, the African fabrics, Kara Walker, who does the silhouettes, the Black silhouettes. So we're gonna just learn a little bit about those great artists and what they contributed to our society. And then the last 2 classes are the art of science and I think the art of math or something like that. I can't even remember my classes because we did this way back in June. So, but the art of science, of course, is another way of learning about science through art. I have supply lists for all classes, so everybody can gather supplies. Most of them are household items, and also things that you just might have from years of just having art supplies. Paint will be required, brushes, things like that. A lot of things I'm going to provide, like the clay, because we're going to do some sculpturing. And also there's something else. I'm going to provide some other things, some other art supplies too. So if you sign up for my classes this year, I'm going to mail some things to you. I want to get started early with our projects. All of them are in class. It's going to be a lot of fun. I stick to ages somewhere between 8 and 13. I might have a one class that might go over the age of 13. But other than that, I try to stick in a certain age range of children. And I look so forward to working with your children. And I love seeing all of you tonight. I cannot wait until we get started. Thank you.
Thank you too. Mama Shanicia, did you have a question? I see your hands up.
Okay.
I do. I was wondering about her class because my daughter, she's an artist and she wants to do math. What day is your class on?
So I'm doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays this year. And most of my classes are at 1, I believe, or noon. But I have a class
that's Eastern, or I mean, is that because I'm on Central Standard Time? I'm in Chicago.
Eastern Standard Time. So at 3 p.m., I have this Perspectives in Great African Artists. That's at 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. I do know that by heart.
Okay. You didn't mention your chakra class.
Oh, the Aritus. Yes, the Aritu. So the chakra class is very special to me because I balance energy chakras anyway. Like that's what I do on a norm. So what I want to teach the children about is Kemetic Reiki, but it's through the chakra system. So they're going to learn how to balance out their emotions, what foods to eat, what are the best crystals to have. I'm probably going to gift them some crystals too. What colors to wear to brighten their mood or to balance out their mood. They're going to learn meditation. They're going to learn a little bit of yoga. Okay. So that class is very special to me. And I forgot, I don't know if that's my Tuesday class. I think that's my Tuesday class at noon, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll be learning that as well.
I love it. I really love how this happens organically. It seems that the classes are kind of they're connected in ways. The principles of problem solving, the math word problems, the junior herbalists, the Aritu classes, the goddess fitness. It's just a education for the mind, body, and spirit. And we didn't set it up this way. This just happened organically, and I'm very happy about what's being offered in the fall. It must be what the universe said is needed. We can't hear you, Mama Nisi.
No, I'm laughing. I agree 100% with that. Like,
okay,
I think it's very organic and needed. Our children learn these things early on. We won't have to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's so important as our children are being assaulted, as someone said, with so many different things, to give them these tools to understand that problems will come and how to solve them, and to fortify themselves spiritually and mentally, and knowing what foods to eat, and knowing that you can heal yourself, learning about spices in your kitchen that are medicine, and learning that math started with you, and being able to express yourself and and speak to the languages. I forgot, we also forgot to mention this as another class, Mandarin through the arts. Mei Mei has been teaching Mandarin Chinese for us since 2011. So she's been with us a very long time. She's not on, but that's another class that's offered as well. So I'm very thankful for how things have come together.
Yes, definitely. Thank you all so much for sharing about your classes. Thank you, families, for giving, some insight into what, you all have been doing and what got you here to Sankofa. For those who are new to here, please make sure, I'm going to put my email one more time down here in the chat. Please email me so I can send any particular information you may need about Sankofa, on the resources we have for homeschooling. That's what we're here for. We don't call ourselves a community and collective, for just any old reason. We really adhere and vibe and plan and move that way.
Yes.
So Mama Monica put her email in as well. Thank you.
And I just
wanted
wanted
this phone call.
That,
go ahead.
Someone had a question?
No, go ahead,
I
Mama.
thought somebody had a question. I just wanted to add that in addition to classes, we are also, how we started out was a community, a resource for the community. So we provide support through the Sankofa Homeschool community. Many people take classes but don't join the community. And so when classes are not in session, there's no continuity of information. So I want to encourage you to, once you enroll in classes, to also join the community because there's an ongoing conversation. Even though our classes are not in person, but through that community listserv, we are always constantly speaking to one another, planning field trips, like Mama Tiffany said, and coming together in person because we're still a community, no matter how far apart we are. And Mama Nisi just said they're visiting the National Gallery of Art. And so when Mama Nisi said in person, her classes are not in person. She meant that the art projects are going to be done in virtual class together as opposed to assigning them. Like when my son took her class, there would be like art projects for them to complete on their own. And I think completing it together will be a lot of fun. Even though it won't be in person, it'll still be a lot of fun doing it together.
They'll be right. They'll do it together in class. Yep.
I find
And
that
I want to go. I love the National Gallery of Art.
yeah, they engage better when they work together.
So. That's for sure. That's one thing I'll say about a lot of our classes that have not necessarily gotten feedback that it was not engaging or it was not interesting or it was not interactive. I've never, heard the nots. I've heard the exact opposite. So thank you all again, all our instructors, families who attended today. We are recording this, so I'll share it with other families. Mama Kivana, we see you. Hope all is well. I just really want to, again, on behalf of both Mama Monica and myself and all of Sankofa, thank you all for everything you do, what you bring, what you share, because this is what it is. It's by us and for us.
Absolutely. And I just want to add one last thing. I see Mama Jasmine asked about the Mandarin class. There are a couple of classes that will be offered for the fall that will be updated by this weekend. Updated on the registration link. You're welcome.
What'd you say? No homework movement? Yeah, I feel you. Okay, Mama, for sure. I know some students will be with you on that too.
Yes.
All right. Everyone, thank you. Have a great evening. I know it's late in some places. Thank you again for spending time. And we will send out this recording so you can share, but hopefully you got that registration link. Put it in one last time. Make sure you catch it. Please go ahead and share that far and wide. And we look forward to a wonderful fall.
Yes, and we'll be updating the missing classes by this weekend.
Thank you for shouting
Can
that
I
out.
ask one last question before you leave? Because I know you said join the community. Can you put that link in there? Is that on Facebook or is it on Instagram?
Just
Mama
send me an
Tanisha, email us for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We
Thank you.
do have a Facebook group, Sankofa Homeschool Community. But it's important to join the listserv as well, because the Facebook group is really our social media presence. The community is where we're really sharing that personal information and, getting together and things like that.
Yeah, we have a groups.io group, so then all the messages are going within the families that are part of the community.
Yes.
So please email us so we can get you that info. All right, everyone. Thank you again for your time. Have a good evening. Get some good sleep or have a late dinner.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Peace to
Good
God.
night.
Peace, Baba.